Now, the dynamic equilibrium in chemical phenomena. For example, if A gas reacts with B gas, it is in dynamic equilibrium with C gas and D gas. In this chemical reaction, A and B are involved in the chemical reaction, and C and D will be formed. In this example, both the reactant side and product side containing only gases. Now, the dynamic equilibrium is also observed in the chemical phenomenon. If the system is in closed system and the dynamic equilibrium process is also applicable to the chemical reactions. Here the chemical reaction is in between A and B. They produce C and D gases. So according to the chemical equilibrium, if the graph is drawn between time versus concentration this is also concentration versus time if this is the dynamic equilibrium stage, if A and B reactants reacts together with respect to time, slowly the concentration of the reactants decreases like this, because with respect to time, A and B are involved in the chemical reaction. Slowly the products will be formed. So when time increases, slowly the concentration of the reactants, that means A and B reactants, in this example the reactants are A and B, their concentration slowly decreases with respect to time. At the same time, slowly the concentration of the product increases. The concentration of the product will be increases. So this is the meaning of rate of forward reaction. This is the rate of forward reaction. So in this example, the forward reaction is this one, R1. A plus B combines together, C plus D gases are formed. Now, if you consider the reverse of this reaction, that means backward reaction. If R2 is the backward reaction, now the rate of backward reaction is like this. The rate of backward reaction is, in this backward reaction, now in the reactant side there are C and D gases. So slowly, with respect to time, the concentration of the C and D decreases in the backward reaction. This is forward reaction and this is reverse reaction. That's why this whole process is a reversible process. Forward reaction and backward reaction takes place simultaneously. So at dynamic equilibrium, R1 is equal to R2. So in the backward reaction, the concentration of the C and D decreases with respect to time. At the same time, in the backward reaction, slowly the concentration of the products, that means in this backward reaction, products are A and B. So here dynamic equilibrium takes place for this reversible chemical reaction. So this graph indicates in the rate of forward reaction, slowly the concentration of the reactants decreases with respect to time. At the same time, in the forward reaction, slowly the concentration of the products increases. Now, in the backward reaction, also the reactants concentration decreases. In the backward reaction, reactant side containing C and D gases. That's why its concentration decreases. At the same time, the concentration of the products increases. In the backward reaction, the products are A and B gases. So this graph indicates the dynamic equilibrium is also observed in chemical phenomenon if the system is in closed system. That's why here in this chemical process, dynamic equilibrium also expressed in the form of double half-headed arrow. Double half-headed arrow. So this is about the rate of forward reaction graph, and this is about the rate of backward reaction graphical representation. Now R1 is equal to R2 at dynamic equilibrium. R1 indicate rate of the forward reaction, R2 indicate rate of the backward reaction. So dynamic equilibrium process is observed both in physical phenomenon and chemical phenomenon also. But the condition is the system should be in closed condition. That is the main point here. And the next point is when time increases, slowly the reactant's concentration decreases. and product's concentration automatically increases. So here the concentration of the substance is expressed in terms of molarity, moles per liter. So this is about the meaning of dynamic equilibria in chemical phenomenon. For example, dynamic equilibrium in the formation of hydrogen iodide. When 1 mole of dihydrogen gas combines with 1 mole of iodine gas, 2 moles of hydrogen iodide gas is formed. If this is in closed system, the chemical reaction reaches a state of dynamic equilibrium in which the rate of the forward reaction and backward reaction are exactly equal, and there is no net change in the composition of the equilibrium mixture. Instead of A and B gases, here H2 and I2 gases. So from the combination of 1 mole of H2 and 1 mole of I2, 2 moles of HI gas will be formed. Now for this dynamic equilibrium process, if the graph is drawn between time versus concentration time versus concentration. Now the dynamic equilibrium takes place in between the reactants and the products. In this example, the rate of forward reaction is H2 gas combines with I2 gas and 2 moles of HI gas is formed. Now this is the forward reaction. So in the forward reaction, slowly the concentration of the reactants decreases like this. In the same manner, this is an example to discuss about the dynamic equilibrium in chemical phenomena. In this example, the reactants are H2 and I2, and slowly the product's concentration increases. Here the product is HI. All are in gaseous phase. Now this is the dynamic equilibrium stage. That means at this stage R1 is equal to R2. Now this is rate of forward reaction. Instead of A and B, here 1 mole of H2 and 1 mole of I2. And in the backward reaction, the rate of backward reaction for this example is dissociation of hydrogen iodide. This is the backward reaction. R1 indicate formation of HI. R2 indicate the dissociation of hydrogen iodide. That's why slowly the concentration of the hydrogen iodide decreases. And slowly the concentration of the H2 and I2 increases in the backward reaction. So at dynamic equilibrium, here at dynamic equilibrium, R1 is equal to R2. R1 is equal to R2. So this is an example how the dynamic equilibrium is in the chemical phenomena. Here the chemical reaction is in between H2 and I2. And some more examples are when nitrogen gas combines with 3 moles of hydrogen gas, it is also in dynamic equilibrium with 2 moles of ammonia gas. This is second important example. This is also formation. Backward reaction is dissociation of ammonia. And third important example, in these 3 examples, the reactants and products contain only gases. Now, when 2 moles of SO2 gas combines with 1 mole of O2 gas, it is in dynamic equilibrium with 2 moles of SO3 gas. So these are the best examples. All are in same phase. That means reactants and products are in gaseous phase. So finally, at dynamic equilibrium, the rate of the forward reaction should be equal to rate of the backward reaction, and there is no net change in the composition of the equilibrium mixer. So this is about the dynamic equilibrium in physical phenomena and chemical phenomena. Now the next topic is in the chapter, very important topic is what is meant by law of chemical equilibrium and what is equilibrium constant. Law of chemical equilibrium mainly depends upon law of mass action. Law of chemical equilibrium mainly depends upon law of mass action. It was proposed by Guldberg and Peter Weck. According to them, at a given temperature, the rate of a chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of active masses of the reactants at that instant time. At a given temperature, the rate of a chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of active mass, nothing but molarity, nothing but moles per liter. Active mass is nothing but concentration. Generally, concentration is expressed in terms of molarity, capital M, moles by liter. So, the rate of a chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of active masses of the reactants at that instant time. Very important statement was given by Guldberg and Peter Weck. The meaning of this statement is, suppose if A gas reacts with B gas, if these two are in dynamic equilibrium with C gas and D gas. Now this is rate of forward reaction. A plus B gives rise to C plus D. Rate of forward reaction. And the reverse reaction is rate of backward reaction. Rate of backward reaction. So according to law of mass action, the rate of the chemical reaction, for example, if you consider the forward reaction, its rate is directly proportional to product of active masses of the reactants. In forward reaction, reactants are A and B. Here, very important point is active mass is represented by square bracket, square bracket, square bracket. Remember that. That means this square bracket indicate this substance concentration is expressed in terms of molarity, moles per liter. In this example, this substance number of moles is 1. That's why to the power 1 into the active mass of B gas raised to the power 1, because in this example B number of moles is equal to 1. Therefore, Vf is equal to some proportionality constant Kf into active mass of A gas into active mass of B gas. This is equation number 1, for example. Similarly, for this backward reaction, B is equal to Kb into active mass of C, because in the backward reaction the reactants are C and D. According to law of mass action, the rate of the chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of active masses of the reactants. In the backward reaction, these two are the reactants. That's why to the power 1 and active mass of D to the power 1. Now this is equation number 2. At dynamic equilibrium, that means at the equilibrium state, at dynamic equilibrium means if this system is in equilibrium state, now Vf is equal to Vb. The rate of forward reaction is exactly equal to rate of the backward reaction. In the first equation, Kf indicate equilibrium constant of forward reaction. Kb indicate equilibrium constant of backward reaction. Now by equating these two, Kf into active mass of A and active mass of B is equal to Kb into active mass of C into active mass of D by equating these two. Now Kf by Kb is equal to very important ratio is Kf by Kb is equal to equilibrium constant in terms of concentration for both forward and backward reaction is equal to Kc is equal to Kc is nothing but equilibrium constant in terms of concentration. C indicate concentration, F indicate forward reaction, B indicate backward reaction. So very important relationship is Kc is equal to Kf by Kb. If you know the equilibrium constant of the whole dynamic equilibrium, and if you know the Kb value, it is possible to calculate Kf. Now the formula used to calculate Kc is equal to Kf by Kb is nothing but Kc. Therefore the product of active mass of C and D to the power 1 and to the power 1 divided by active mass of A to the power 1 and active mass of B to the power 1. So this is the meaning of law of chemical equilibrium, nothing but law of mass action. Here very important one is active mass is represented by square bracket. In this square bracket there is concentration of the substance, that means molarity, nothing but moles per liter. So this is the meaning of active mass. Active mass is nothing but concentration, nothing but active mass. Now Kc is equal to, in this dynamic equilibrium reaction, Kc is equal to equilibrium constant in terms of concentration, that means in terms of active mass in terms of concentration. So this is the main topic for this chapter. Chapter name is itself chemical equilibrium. So now that law of chemical equilibrium depends upon law of mass action. According to law of mass action, at a given temperature, the rate of chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of active masses of the reacting substances. At a dynamic equilibrium, these two reactions, that means forward reaction is equal to backward reaction. Now the equilibrium constant Kc is equal to Kf by Kb. Very important formula. So Kc is equal to the product of active masses of the products raised to the power equivalent to stoichiometric coefficient divided by the product of active masses of the reactants raised to the power equal to stoichiometric coefficients. In this example, the stoichiometric coefficients are 1:1:1:1. That's why raised to the power 1. So this is about the law of mass action, nothing but law of chemical. Now the law of chemical equilibrium is defined as at a given temperature, the product of the concentrations of the reaction products raised to the power equal to the respective stoichiometric coefficients in the balanced chemical equation, that was divided by the product of the concentration of the reactants raised to the power equal to the stoichiometric coefficients has some constant value. This is the meaning of law of chemical equilibrium. For example, small a moles of capital A gas combines with small b moles of capital B gas. It is in dynamic equilibrium with small c moles of capital C gas and small d moles of capital D gas. Now for this dynamic equilibrium, this is rate of forward reaction. It is an example of a reversible process. Now this is rate of backward reaction. Now according to law of chemical equilibrium, at constant temperature, that means at given temperature, the product of the active masses of the products, these two are the products, raised to the power equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. Here for C gas, stoichiometric coefficient is C, small c. For D gas, stoichiometric coefficient is small d. The product of those two divided by the product of active masses or the concentrations of the reactants. In this example, the reactants are A and B raised to the power equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. That division has some constant value. which is nothing but equilibrium constant. It is represented by Kc. So for this example, the equilibrium constant, for example, equilibrium constant Kc is equal to products active mass. In this dynamic equilibrium, active mass of C whole power small c and active mass of D whole power small d. These two are the stoichiometric coefficients for this C gas and D gas, divided by active masses of the product of the active masses of the reactants. These two are the reactants. So active mass of A gas raised to the power equal to stoichiometric coefficient. In this example, stoichiometric coefficient is small a for A gas and small b for capital B gas. So this is the meaning of law of chemical equilibrium. This ratio has some constant value which is known as equilibrium constant in terms of concentration, because this is the symbolic representation of the active mass represented by square bracket. For example, when hydrogen gas combines with iodine gas, 2 moles of HI gas is formed. For this example, equilibrium constant Kc is equal to products active mass, that means active mass of HI raised to the power 2 divided by product of reactants active mass, that means active mass of hydrogen gas into active mass of iodine gas. So this is the meaning of law of chemical equilibrium. And the next one is, according to law of chemical equilibrium, the equilibrium constant for the reverse reaction is the inverse of the equilibrium constant for the reaction in the forward direction. For example, the nitrogen gas combines with 3 moles of hydrogen gas. It is in dynamic equilibrium with 2 moles of ammonia gas in a closed system. If the system is in closed condition, 1 mole of nitrogen gas combines with 3 moles of hydrogen gas, 2 moles of ammonia gas will be formed. For this reaction, according to law of chemical equilibrium, Kc is equal to the active mass of ammonia raised to the power 2 divided by active mass of nitrogen gas into active mass of hydrogen gas raised to the power 3. It has some constant value. Now here the point is, what is the equilibrium constant value for the reverse reaction? Here this one indicates the formation of ammonia. Now the reverse reaction means decomposition of ammonia. When 2 moles of ammonia decomposed into 1 mole of nitrogen gas and 3 moles of hydrogen gas. So this is the meaning of the reverse reaction. For this reaction, the equilibrium constant is equal to K dash C is equal to reciprocal of this, reciprocal of Kc gives the equilibrium constant for this decomposition reaction of ammonia. If the original reaction is reversed, at the same time for that reverse reaction, equilibrium constant is equal to inverse of the chemical equilibrium constant. Actually this is the Kc value, and if this reaction is reversed, automatically for that reaction equilibrium constant is equal to 1 by Kc, 1 by Kc. And similarly, if you change the stoichiometric coefficients in a chemical reaction by multiplying with a suitable factor, for that reaction equilibrium constant value is equal to Kc to the power n. For example, when H2 gas combines with I2 gas, 2 moles of Hi gas is formed. For this reaction, Kc is equal to Hi gas active mass whole power 2 divided by active mass of hydrogen gas and active mass of I2 gas. If this original equation is multiplied with a suitable factor, for example, if this equation is multiplied with 1 by 2, for example, half H2 gas plus half I2 gas, it is in dynamic equilibrium with half into 2 Hi gas. Here the multiplication factor is 1 by 2. Now for this reaction, equilibrium constant is equal to original Kc value to the power n, where n is multiplication factor. Here the multiplication factor is 1 by 2. Therefore, for this dynamic equilibrium constant value becomes Kc to the power 1 by 2, root Kc. So this is also very important point in law of chemical equilibrium.